Your Pioneers currently have a 7-7 overall record and are 2-2 in the conference. Now will everyone please stand. At this time, I'd like to have a moment to pause and honor one of MNU's very own. Recently, the university lost a true pioneer in the passing of Dr. Dwight Douglas. Dwight spent 15 years as Vice President of University Advancement, Director of Operations, and Assistant to the President at Mid-America Nazarene University. Tonight, we honor his service to MNU and share support of his family in their loss with his recent passing. Please join me in a moment of silence as we remember Dr. Dwight Douglas. Thank you. And now please remain standing for the invocation by Terrence Brown, and remain standing for the national anthem. And now for tonight's starting lineups, first for Missouri Valley. Starting at guard, 6-foot freshman from Marshall, Missouri, number 1, Jace Lance. At the other guard, 6'3" junior from Houston, Texas, number 4, Tamarcus Butler. At the other guard, 6'2" junior from Bonne Terre, Missouri, number 10, Hayden Sprinkle. At forward, 6'7" senior from Turks Caicos, number 32, Dwayne Simmons. And at the other forward, 6'6" senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 5, Dusan Allen. Missouri Valley is coached by Chad Lance. Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Pioneers. Starting at guard, 5'11" senior from Topeka, Kansas, and now over 1,011 points, number 3, Trey Brown. At the other guard, 6'2" senior from Kansas City, Kansas, number 12, Drew Smith. At the other guard, 6'5" junior from McPherson, Kansas.
Welcome back to the Cook Center, Bell Family Arena, and Rocky Lamar Court. We're set for action between your Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers and the visiting Missouri Valley College Vikings, who come into this ballgame 10-4. Both teams tied in Heart of America play at 2-2. The Vikings have been on a hot streak. They lost their last one at William Woods, but prior to that had won several in a row, including going to NCAA Division II Quincy University and knocking them off at Quincy. And Pioneers looking to bounce back off of a tough road loss at a top 10 Bethel College. So both teams raring to get going back in Heart of America action. Always competitive matchup between these two. A couple different starting lineups for both of these groups. We see senior Drew Smith in the lineup for the Pioneers. And Dusan Allen had a backdoor cut. Couldn't get it to go over the outstretched arms of Cameron Brady, but Dwayne Simmons got the offensive rebound, and he put it back up and in. So Vikings on the board first with the putback from Simmons. And that patented ball pressure from Coach Chad Lance and his teams. They'll pick you up full court. They'll be in your shorts all night long. They're going to hard hedge ball screens at times. They'll trap you sometimes. It's just constant ball pressure. The Pioneers got to take care of the rock tonight. There's Brady. His patented 15, 17-foot jumper. He's about automatic from that spot. That's his sweet spot. Knocks it down. Both teams on the board early. Good to see Cam get going from the field. A little bit of a slow start at Bethel, but when he got hot, they got all the way back and had it a one-point ball game on the road. Dwayne Simmons unable to knock down one on the left side this time. Pioneers off and running. Drew Smith probes. Kicks it out to Alexander. And Jake had nothing doing. They're going to get it to Anthony Brown right side. 15 on the clock. Comes the ball screen from Brady. Looks for the roller. Good help defense there. They're going to get it to Alexander in the corner. His three's up and good. Jake Alexander knocks the three down from the left side. Gives the Pioneers a 5-2 lead here early. Coming off that flex action, Jace Lance, he can shoot it from the parking lot, guarded by Trey Brown. You keep an eye on number 0 in the orange jersey. It's Coach Chad Lance's son, Jace. He can absolutely fill it up from the perimeter. He's number 1, excuse me, not 0. Dusan Allen gets the layup to cut this lead to 1. Anthony Brown back the other way, drive and kick. Alexander, another one, left it short. Cam Brady standing there awaiting, shoots that turnaround jumper over his right shoulder, no good. Rebound Lance. Vikings are going to push. And Dwayne Simmons gets that blocked away by Brady from behind. Good hands from Cameron. Able to find Trey Brown, and we've got a 4-on-3 break. Trey drops it off to Jake Alexander, who couldn't handle the pass to Marcus Butler. Transfer from Langston University came up with it, and he turns it over as Anthony Brown pokes it away. So we're back and forth here, turnover for turnover. Let's just add one more to the tally as Brady's going to be called for a charge. Dusan Allen was able to get back, set his feet outside of the restricted area. It's good defensive play, and Brady went into him. So hectic back and forth action there, but no baskets in the last several possessions. Still a 5-4 ball game. Valley running that cross screen, down screen action. Really good shooter Hayden Sprinkle sets the cross screen and looks to come off the pin down, but Tamarcus Butler penetrates. Couldn't get his shot to go over Anthony Brown's outstretched arms. The two leading scorers for their respective clubs, Butler and Brown, going to be matched up tonight, it looks like. Tamarcus Butler from Houston, Texas. Transfer from Langston University. And Butler averaging about 13 for Missouri Valley, who has a balanced attack. They got a lot of guys in that 8 to 12 point a game range. Play a deep bench. Brady goes dribble handoff. Drew Smith left corner. Drew probes. Still changing the sides of the floor. They get it to Anthony Brown. 3 right wing, no good. Alexander was there to crash the glass, but several hands in orange jerseys poke it away, and Jace Lance going to run offense. Viking come off a step up. He gets into the paint. Drops one off. Good extra pass. Jace found Dusan Allen, and he had a little touch pass to Simmons for the easy deuce. Good interior post passing there, and Simmons has 4 of Valley's 6. And they get it inside to Brady. It's stolen away. That low man in rotation, Hayden Sprinkle came over and helped and stripped away the post entry. Now they're going to get it to Sprinkle. He drives left side and couldn't get the layup to go. Good defense from Drew Smith. Drove the shooter off the three-point line, got back in front to contest. And, man, helter-skelter action here. Anthony Brown somehow comes away with it. Drive, kick, extra. Trey Brown to Drew Smith, and Drew knocks it down in the corner. Big shot from Smith to stop the bleeding there. Is Trey Brown with the extra pass. He's got a couple of assists already here early. Heart of America assist leader multiple times in his career. Here's that cross screen set. Sprinkle sets the cross screen for Allen. He caught Alexander gambling, and that's going to cost Cameron Brady his second foul. Missouri Valley running that action. Coach Lance has run forever. That swing and that one of them swing, one of them sweep, I think, where they set that cross screen action on the block for a big, and all their bigs do such a good job of ducking in and shooting that jump hook once they catch it. But you're in a dilemma there if you're guarding Sprinkle or Lance or Butler, whoever the guard is setting the cross screen. It was Sprinkle that time because they shoot it so well. You can't provide too much help because they're coming off the screen to the top of the key or to the wing for a three-point attempt, and you've got to be there. The Sprinkle shoots it at near 40% or above, and Lance capable of the same. So good action, tough to guard, and cost Cam Brady his second foul there on the gamble. But nice to see Pedro Lopes back for the Pioneers as he checks in. He's missed a few games due to a foot injury, senior from Brazil. And his first action in a month or so. And he'll be matched up with the 7-footer Jonathan Hall, who's checked in the game now for Valley. Jonathan Hall, 7 feet tall junior, transferred from Eastern Wyoming, although he was at Valley a year ago, from the country of Wales. Welsh, Jonathan Hall. And Pedro, handoff, sets the ball screen, and Anthony Brown had his ankle all tied up there. I thought an injury was coming. I'm very relieved no one was hurt on that play. Not a dirty play, but Jonathan Hall rolled up on the leg of Anthony Brown there, and everybody appears to be okay, so I'll stop holding my breath. And they're going to call a foul on Hall. It was all incidental. Pioneers get it in underneath. Alexander, extra pass. Drew Smith, shot fake and drive. He finds Trey Brown in the corner. He's going to shot fake and drive. Drive, kick, extra, another one. And Drew Smith knocks it down again. Extra pass from Anthony Brown this time. Good ball movement from the Pioneers. That's that blender that you hear about from the Utah Jazz where they just constantly keep you in rotation. Attack a closeout, shot fake, attack a closeout, kick. And if you don't catch it, if you don't shoot it on that kick, you throw an extra pass, and Drew Smith has been the beneficiary twice now as he's 2 for 2 from 3 on that extra pass. And this time a good defensive possession from the Pioneers, forced a turnover. 11-7 lead, 15 minutes to go first half. Ball pressure from Valley has presented some problems here early with Pioneers trying to change sides of the floor, a lot of switching. Pedro Lopes going to be called for the offensive foul there. TaMarcus Butler did a good job getting to the spot in rotation. He flopped. It's not a knock. Pedro saw him, came to a jump stop. There was minimal contact there, but he was in legal guarding position and was able to get the official to bite on it. So offensive foul on Lopes. Here comes that cross-screen action. Butler sets it for Hall. Here he comes top of the key. He's guarded by freshman Brooks Langer, just checked in. Langer, a familiar name to Pioneer basketball fans. Younger brother of Connor Langer, a near 2,000-point scorer. And that's TJ Wallace, a sophomore guard from Mississippi who's checked in there. The traveling violation, one too many steps, got tied up. And Vikings picking up full court, a little bit of token pressure, but they're going to make it tough for you to inbound. Once you inbound it, they'll back up just a hair. But just constantly disrupting your flow offensively. Now Anthony Brown comes off that twist action from Lopes, gets it to Brooks Langer. Langer back to Brown. Anthony Brown's three, left it short. He's a sniper. We'll live with that look on a hands ready, feet ready, catch and shoot. Just couldn't get that one to go. Ice the ball screen on the right side, and the big fella Jonathan Hall couldn't handle the pass from Lance. Pioneers have numbers. Trey Brown back to Anthony Brown, back to Trey Brown. Langer, three, no good in the corner. Offensive rebound, Anthony. Drew Smith thought about a three, turned it down. They're going to keep that ball moving. Here comes the high ball screen. And surprised to see it, but big fella, 7-footer, Jonathan Hall switched it, got onto Trey Brown, the point guard, and did a nice job moving his feet, caused a turnover. And Wallace takes a three. TJ left it short. The good defense from both groups here the last few possessions. Not the most beautiful offense after the Drew Smith threes, as both teams kind of settling for perimeter jumpers here. And that's going to be Dusan Allen. I thought he took one too many steps. No call. Anthony Brown blocks it anyway. Throws the full court outlet to Drew Smith. Good shot fake from Smith, and he's going to go to the line for two. The Pioneers work on that every single day. I promise you. I did it for 4 years, and then I watched guys do it for about 4 years. That's what they call that Utah basket. Get it in the first 7 seconds of the shot clock, have somebody fly in the floor, throw that thing ahead, and Drew Smith did a nice job coming to a jump stop, shot fake, got his defender to leave his feet, and he's going to earn trip to the line where Drew's an excellent free throw shooter. He's already seen 2 3 balls go in. Knocks down the first one, nothing but net.
Substitution for the Vikings, number 22, Zachary Marodi. Also checking in, number 32, Dwayne Simmons.
Dwayne Simmons back in for Missouri Valley. As well as Zachary Maroti, junior from Hawaii, transfer from Grays Harbor College. His first action of the evening. It's number 22. And I will see Darnell Miller check in for the Pioneers, number 5 in the white. Valley running their weave action, gets into that floppy, does those pin downs on both sides. Sometimes it's a duck in, post up, sometimes it's a chase to a ball screen. That time it was the ball screen, but Jace Lance couldn't get the pull-up jumper to go. Good defense there from Brown and Lops. Brooks Langer coming over in rotation. They're going to continue to ice that ball screen on the wing. This time Jace Lance gets both feet in the paint, drive and kick, pull-up jumper from Wallace. Hit every part of the rim, no good. That's just unfortunate for the Pioneers. Good defensive possession. Anthony Brown should have had the defensive rebound. A lot of contact there. Thought he got fouled. Ball's deflected out of bounds, but no whistle. Last touch on Anthony Brown. So a new 20-second shot clock, and Missouri Valley is going to get another crack at it. Continuing to ice those ball screens. Keep it on that side of the floor. Don't let them change sides of the floor and use it. And there's another travel. T.J. Wallace has done that twice now. He's checked in a couple minutes ago, and he's been called for traveling on 2 different possessions, letting the Pioneers off the hook. So 13-7 lead for the Pioneers. About 12 and a half minutes to play. We'll take a quick break. We got timeout, 30-second timeout by the Vikings. Thanks for being with us on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. And shout out to our lovely SID Chad Jenkins, known on MNUsports.com on the comment there. Apparently the live stats are backwards, so note that in mind if you're watching this game. The live stats are flip-flopped as far as the teams go. But Pedro Lops gets a tough catch on the inside there from Brown. Now Trey's going to reset the offense, gets it to Darnell Miller on the right wing. Darnell probes, comes off the screen from Lops. They get a switch. Let's see if they can make him pay for it. Pedro's being guarded by a point guard. Not enough time to get it inside, but Anthony Brown bails the Pioneers out, hits a tough contested 3 on the left wing. Good players make good plays when the play breaks down, and Anthony Brown knocks down his first triple of the game, 16-7 lead for the Pioneers. He guards the ball right side. Swung around the perimeter. They're going to get it back to Tamarcus Butler. They go to Simmons. Dribble weave action. Back to Jace Lance. Now they're going to enter the post. Simmons one-on-one with Lops. Drives middle. Got it poked away. Tamarcus Butler's going to have to take a tough one. Contested by Langer, and he got it to go. Banks it in at the end of the shot clock. Had to heave one up. Good defense there from Brooks Langer, but Butler gets it to go off the glass. I don't know if he called glass or not. They'll give it to him. 16-10's the lead. And Anthony Brown finds Pedro Lops at the rim, and Lops is going to go to the line for 2. That's what the Pioneers have missed so desperately these past few games, is that post presence when Lops has been out. Just a big body inside who can score at the rim and seal off a switch. And Lops did a nice job using his body there to seal off a switch. Made a tough catch on the post entry, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Pedro knocks down the first one.
Substitution for the Pioneers, Jake Alexander. Checking in for the Vikings, number 10, Hayden Sprinkle.
Alexander checks back in, as well as Hayden Sprinkle.
Number 2,
And Carson Cavalier, second-year sophomore from Waynesville, Missouri. That's number 2 in red, his first action. Good offensive rebound there from Miller. Cleaned up the glass on the missed free throw. Earns the Pioneers a second possession here. Lops gets it on the roll. Spin move. Ooh, they're going to call him for a travel. Caught it in traffic. Spin move. Help side defender came over, but he was in the restricted area. I thought Lops may go back to the line there, but going to get him for the traveling violation. Comes that cross screen action. This time they're looking for Dusan Allen in the post. Couldn't get it to him. Good defense by Jake Alexander. Butler probing. And his pass stolen away. Trey Brown's got numbers. He's going to push. Shot fake. Gets his man off his feet. Had a chance to score. Kicked it out to Alexander. Going to settle us down and run some offense here. Anthony Brown comes off the high ball screen. Good extra pass. And they're going to call him for an offensive foul. It was late. Anthony had already given up the ball. He found Alexander in the corner, and they were going to get that drive kick, extra pass 3 again. But after the pass, defender slid over and took a charge. That's a generous call there. I mean, the Vikings, give them credit. They've done a good job in help side rotating over and presenting a body. And they've gotten rewarded with a couple offensive fouls here. And Hayden Sprinkle comes off a flare screen, is able to find Dwayne Simmons in the paint. Pioneers did a good job blowing up that flare action. That's a set Coach Lance has done for a long, long time. Used to chase great shooters like Brad Hamilton off of that flare screen action back in the day, where they get that dribble handoff, reverse the ball, and then they're going to go over a flare screen right away. Defenders have a tendency to relax when you give it up, and Pioneers didn't. Fought over the flare, but Sprinkle made a nice play, curled it, got into the paint, and dropped it off to Simmons, who's earned himself a trip to the line, but 0 for 1 on the free throw line so far. And we're going to see Cameron Brady come back in with his 2 fouls. He's going to have to play conservatively on the defensive end. The Pioneers can't afford either of their bigs to pick up a third before the half. Although Lops not in foul trouble. That was his first. That was his second. So both Lops and Brady with 2 fouls here with 10 minutes to go in the half. Media timeout and the next dead ball. Good pass. Pioneers get to their high-low set. Darnell Miller finds Cam Brady. Does a nice job sealing off that high-low, and Brady puts it in up and off the right side for 2. Good pass from Miller. That high-low post entry is not an easy play, and Darnell caught it at that elbow and was able to find Brady corner the backboard, easy deuce. Pioneers just about had a steal and an easy bucket going the other way on the deflection, but Carson Cavalier retained possession. He's got it. Enters high post to Allen. Back to Cavalier. He's got to hoist up a 3. No good into the shot clock. Another good defensive possession. Pioneers off and running now. They've got numbers. Brady at the rim. Bucket. Coach Lance has seen enough. He's going to call timeout. That's going to send us to our media timeout as well. So under 10 minutes, 21-10 your lead for the Pioneers, off and running, getting some baskets in transition after stop after stop. So 11-point lead. Stay with us at MNUsports.com. We'll be back in 1 minute. And we're happy to be able to provide a free broadcast for you here at the Cook Center on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. Go ahead and use that live chat feature. Tell us where you're at in the world, who you're rooting for, who's your team and your player. Keep it clean. Keep it G-rated. Root for your guys. Don't take it the other direction. But nice to see guys commenting and helping out a one-man crew. Sometimes we got guys all over the world. We got people in Serbia and in China and Germany watching games, and of course a visiting team. And right now all our students are on break, so probably a lot of our students at home watching. And use that live chat to interact during the broadcast as Cavalier knocked down a triple coming out of the timeout for Valley. And Darnell Miller able to answer, getting downhill, got to the rim with his right hand, drew a foul. He's so tough to stay in front of off the dribble, such a quick first step. Got to the rim, knocked it down the first free throw. Couldn't get the second to drop. Rebound Sprinkle, so 9-point ball game. About 8 minutes to go first half. Wallace going to come off that ball screen from Allen. Excuse me, that's Dwayne Simmons to set the screen. Back to T.J. Wallace. Wallace, again, man, he had the same traveling move. They didn't call it this time, but he gets his shot blocked off the backboard by Cam Brady. Pioneers have numbers. Anthony Brown, extra pass. Miller in the corner turned it down. Great pass. He found Anthony Brown under the goal. Anthony uncharacteristically couldn't get it to drop. Darnell Miller with a great extra pass. And Brown's layup just rolled out. The Pioneers got back in transition, caused a turnover, and Ant's going to get a layup going the other way. That's how you respond to a mistake. Big defensive possession, and go get yourself an easy one. Darnell able to defeat a ball screen there. Good hand, strips it away from Cavalier, and a couple guys on the floor waiting for officials to call a jump ball. It took them a minute. Eventually, jump ball is called. And Vikings will retain possession when we come out of the timeout. We'll have a timeout on the floor. Looks to be a 1-minute timeout, so we'll be back in just a minute. Use that live chat feature, 24-13 Pioneers ahead of the Vikings, just under 8 minutes to go in the first half. There we go. We got some Pioneer fans in the chat. I know Drew Smith got a supporter there, but Missouri Valley Tamarcus Butler fan in there. And folks all the way out in Turks and Caicos watching the game tonight. Probably rooting for Mr. Dwayne Simmons from Turks and Caicos as Jace Lance hits a tough floater on the baseline, driving left and still able to get back to his right-hand floater. That's a really difficult shot. He gets on the board, his first bucket of the game. And shout out to Brad Hamilton in the chat. I had to make sure I ate a couple bananas the night before playing against Brad. I was going to chase that guy around every screen because he's such a good shooter. You couldn't give him any space. As Anthony Brown snakes between three defenders, a little in and out, split the double team, and got the floater to go over the front rim. Brown's got 7. Tamarcus Butler's shot too strong. Pioneers off and running. Trey Brown finds Cam Brady. He was going to dunk that, and Jace Lance got a piece of the arm. Disagreed. I think Brady got himself a little bit too far under the goal. Not sure he could have converted the dunk attempt there, but going to go to the line for 2. And that's going to cause Coach Lance to go deep to his bench now as Jonathan Hall checks back in, but also first action from Rooney Hernandez, local guy, 6'6" big man out of Independence, Missouri, just down the road outside of Kansas City. Truman High School, I believe. I remember watching Rooney play. And Cameron with that sweet stroke able to knock down both shots at the foul line, and he'll come out now in favor of Lops. It looks like they might be matching minutes, Pedro Lops and Jonathan Hall, putting the big body Lops in there, who's our best post defender when Hall checks in. It's Hernandez, his first touch of the game. The freshman has it stolen away. Anthony Brown pokes it away, and he's going to make a savvy veteran move, dives on the floor, calls timeout before he can get tied up. So the Pioneers will have it after this 30-second timeout and the steal from Anthony Brown. Thanks for being with us on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. We'll see what the Pioneers have drawn up coming out of the timeout. Just under 7 minutes to go first half. They go to that floppy set, looking at Anthony Brown in the post. Now here comes shuffle screen the screener. And they're going to get Trey Brown on that isolated ball screen. Alexander pick and pop three, no good. TaMarcus Butler tracks down the rebound. Get it to Cavalier. Vikings will run some offense. And Jonathan Hall, the big 7-footer, steps into a three from the top of the key confidently and knocks it down. I don't know if that's on the scouting report for him, pick and pop three-ball shooter, but looked pretty there, and he knocks it down, cuts it to a 10-point game. Pioneers keeping the ball moving. There's that drive and kick action. Drew Smith, another three, right corner. He's 3 for 3. Drew Smith in double figures with 11 here early in the first half as he's taken full advantage of his starting role here. And he's got the task of chasing Jace Lance around off these pin down screens. He's done a nice job so far. And Hall gets it and is going to be called for the offensive foul. Pedro Lops returning the favor. Said, all right, if we're going to call charging calls every time someone gets touched, then I'll do the same. Took a little contact in the chest, went down, and was rewarded for it. So it's been consistent both ways there. Pioneers going to get into their zipper action, get Trey the ball at the top of the key, come off a high ball screen. Here he comes. Here comes the screen from Lops. And Trey probes, gets it into Alexander. There's that extra pass. Anthony to Trey, back to the three ball from the top of the key, no good. Rebound, Jace Lance, and he's off and running. Man, he was shot out of a cannon right there. He finds TaMarcus Butler on the right wing, and Butler knocks the three down. Man, the pace in which Jace Lance just attacked there off the dribble was noticeably different than the pace of the game prior. And they're going to get another. Oh, this time it's a block. I thought for a second we were going to see our fourth offensive foul of the first half. But Anthony Brown's going to go to the line for two as he was able to get in 2 feet in the paint, went to that floater. And they're going to get the freshman Hernandez for his first foul coming over. Didn't quite give Anthony enough time to land. It was still moving, so sends Brown to the line. First one up and good. And Pioneers yo-yoing Pedro Lops and Cam Brady. Brady back in now. And Anthony Brown with his 8th and 9th points of the ball game, and he's going to earn himself a quick trip to the bench. When he comes out, it's usually not for long. First team all-conference player back-to-back years, freshman All-American. And Darnell Miller back in the ball game for the Pioneers. And referees are going to have a little discussion here. Drew Smith did a nice job pressuring the basketball. And they were going to say Missouri Valley keeps possession there, but Smith argued with him, and the official at midcourt came in and corrected. Said the last touch was by the Vikings, so turnover, Pioneers take over with a 12-point lead and just under 5 to go first half. To get into that secondary break action. Here comes Miller. Dribble handoff, high ball screen. Drew Smith hadn't missed one yet tonight. left that one short. That's the old commentator curse right there. Jinxed him. And to Marcus Butler, that's a tough shot. Got all the way to the rim on the right side, missed the floater. Trey Brown, kick out Miller, and wisely turned it down. Going to run some offense. Being pressured by Butler. Thought about going to the rim, thought better of it. Let's run some offense here. Drew Smith got the 7-footer matched up. Throws the skip pass. Trey Brown, 3, no good. Alexander poked it away, but Vikings will take over. Good pass there from Smith. Drew realized he had a mismatch, had the 7-footer on him, and so Missouri Valley wisely loaded up and helped side, and Drew saw it through the skip pass. Good offense, just unable to knock down the shot that time. Comes that thumbs-up play from Missouri Valley. I don't know if that's the set, but it was Jace Lance dribble up to about 30 feet and knock down a pull-up 3. Whether that's the call or not, it worked out in favor of the Vikings as Lance hits his first triple. He's up to 5. Jake Alexander responds, catches it top of the key, gets all the way to the rim, and finishes with the left hand. And that's going to be a turnover on Missouri Valley. Stepped over the out-of-bounds line, trying to inbound the basketball. So Pioneers are going to get it underneath the goal after the Alexander layup, 11-point lead, bucket, and the ball. Missouri Valley goes zone on the baseline out of bounds, as they've done for years. Smith gets it in high post. Brady, kick out. Darnell Miller, 3 on the way. Hit every part of the rim, looked good, didn't go. Dusan Allen with the rebound. And Butler's going to take a pull-up 3. Got it, and the foul. To Marcus Butler with a difficult shot. That's back-to-back possessions where Missouri Valley is just taking a pull-up 3 in transition. The first one, Jace Lance knocked it down. This time, Butler. And he wasn't allowed enough space to land, and so he's going to go to the line for the opportunity at a 4-point play. And he converts, so Butler in double figures with 10. Just like that, it's a single-digit ball game, 7-point game. Anthony Brown will check back in at the next dead ball. Good ball pressure here from the Vikings, forcing the Pioneers to reject a lot of ball screens, but drive, kick, extra pass has been there when they can defeat that first line of defense. Vikings switching a lot of screens late in the clock. Drew Smith, corner 3, rattled out. Great play from Jake Alexander. That's what he does best, crashes the glass. He snuck behind the defense, made a heck of a save on that offensive rebound, was diving out of bounds and found Cam Brady. And Brady's fouled by Allen, so Cameron Brady goes to the line for 2, but that's all Jake Alexander right there. Stole the possession, won't get credit for an assist, but it should be. Sends a good shooter to the line for 2. First one up and good. Here comes Brooks Langer and Anthony Brown. Back in for the Pioneers. I kid about Brooks because he played at 4 different high schools. His dad's a coach, and they moved states twice. So from Gardner, Edgerton, from Great Bend, Kansas, from Denver, Colorado, and from Harrisonville, Missouri. How about that for a high school career? And was an all-state player in Missouri a year ago at Harrisonville. Good offense there from the Pioneers. From the Vikings. Jace Lance and Dusan Allen on the 2-man game. Inbound stolen away by Butler. Here's Allen. He tried to throw it down over the top of Brady. No foul as Cam stayed vertical. But an athletic play from Dusan Allen, and Butler cleans up the mess, puts it in, and we've got a 5-point game. Just like that, I'm telling you, these Vikings, they can force turnovers in bunches, and it's gone from 12 to 5 in the blink of an eye. Brady, dribble handoff, Miller. Splits the double team, gets downhill, good pass. Seen that a couple of times now from Darnell, where he's blown by his defender, forced the help side, and dropped off a pretty pass to a teammate. This time it was Anthony Brown, but Darnell was undercut on the pass for a blocking foul, and 8th team foul on Missouri Valley means Darnell's going to go to the line for 1-1. Pedro Lop's going to check back in for Brady, who did an excellent job on that previous possession of not picking up his third foul. Had to contest an athletic play at the rim and went vertical, went straight up, forced a miss actually, and didn't pick up his third foul. Well, I mean, it was cleaned up eventually, and Vikings scored 2, but that's big. 39-32, 2 minutes to go first half. Jace Lance refuses the ball screen. Short corner, shoots that little floater, no good. And Dwayne Simmons fighting for the rebound there. Gets last touch on the Pioneers. Valley's going to take it out baseline underneath. Lance does get it into Allen all the way at midcourt. Here's Butler, to Marcus Butler, isolated, step back. Darnell Miller does a good job staying in front. 10 on the shot clock. Lance goes to Allen. Simmons, drive, right-hand layup, up and good off the glass. Dwayne Simmons. Strong take from the top of the key for the big man from Turks and Caicos. Trey, swing, extra pass, Darnell Miller. Gets it to Anthony Brown. Got a clean look, 3-ball. Back rim, no good. Rebound Butler. Here come the Vikings. They're off and running. Deuceon Allen on the wing. 3. No good. Allen a bit undersized for a post player, but he plays so hard and is so athletic. Haven't seen him do much of that. Shoot it from the three-point line. And Trey Brown with the nifty scoop finish. Who'd they get the foul on there? Is that Jace? It is Lance. Jace Lance picks up his second as Trey Brown got a step on him on the left side and was able to contort his body on the baseline, get it off in the right hand on the left side, draw the foul, get it to go, and that's a big basket for the Pioneers. Stretches the lead back 41-34 with the chance for one more at the line. Trey Brown, 1,000-point scorer, multiple-time Heart of America assist leader, and just the absolute soul of the Pioneers. He's a leader defensively, competes like crazy. Guy every coach in the league respects, and Trey Brown, a 4-year starter now. And right as I'm complimenting him, picks up a cheap foul and is going to send Jace Lance to the free throw line for a 1-1. Coach's nightmare seeing a good shooter like Lance go to the free throw line when he has been relatively quiet. Hit the pull-up 3 a minute ago, but 5 points in the game. You don't want to give a guy like him who can get so red hot from 3 a chance to see a couple balls go in at the free throw line and get his confidence up. And he won't do it this time as he misses the front end of the 1-on-1 short. Pioneers had a chance to go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Going to about run out of time on that now. Yeah, now you just take the best shot available. Don't push. Good extra pass. Skip to Miller. Trey Brown. 3-ball. Got it. Darnell Miller has been an excellent facilitator here in the first half. Multiple assists and multiple other great passes that led to fouls or missed shots that could have been assists. Have enjoyed his play in the first half offensively. Last shot of the half coming for Valley. They go dribble handoff. This is Butler to Marcus Butler. Pullback, in and out. Shot fake, got his man off the floor. 3-ball, good. That's a high-level scoring move there from Tamarcus Butler. And it's going to send us into the break. 44-37 lead for the Pioneers. Tamarcus Butler with 15. A couple Pioneers in double figures led by Drew Smith with 11. And we'll be back in 15 minutes. I'll come back about 14 with stats from the first half. Thanks for being with us on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube.
Johnson, who's MNU's assistant coach, and her husband, Elijah Johnson, MNU men's varsity reserve coach. Please give these athletes a round of applause and enjoy their scrimmage.
Welcome back to the Cook Center, ready to bring you second half of action between Missouri Valley College Vikings and your Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers. Pioneers lead 44-37 after the break, led by Drew Smith with 11 points, knocking down 3 triples early. 10 points chipped in from Cam Brady in double figures and Anthony Brown with 9. The Vikings were led in scoring by Tamarcus Butler, the only Viking in double figures, but he's got 15, 4 for 4 from downtown. And the Vikings are 70% from 3 in the first half. If you'd have told me before the game that they were going to shoot 70% from 3 and be down at halftime, I'd have called you nuts. But the Pioneers come out of the break and run a nice lob set, executed to perfection, other than Cam didn't throw that one down, laid it in off the glass, but pretty lob play coming out of the break. Pushes that lead to 9. Good execution. You love seeing that on an ATO situation. Little back screen the screener. And Cam Brady with the easy 2, so he's got 12 now. And there's Butler again. Missed that little floater this time. I thought that one was automatic. He's the Vikings leading scorer, averages about 12.5 a game. He's got 15 at the half. Alexander unable to hit the tough fall-away running layup there. Vikings off and running. Lance. Skip pass. Finds Dusan Allen in the corner. Feeds the post. It's going to be Simmons one-on-one. Jump hook. Left it short. And Brady with the rebound. Pioneers off and running. Trey going to run some offense here. Comes off that drag ball screen. Hits Drew Smith on the shake. Had a cutting Anthony Brown in the corner. Almost got that spinning reverse to go. Just good offense from the Pioneers. You come off that little drag ball screen, throw it back to that lift guy in the corner, which was Drew Smith. Drew attacked the closeout. Anthony Brown realized his guy was the low man and help side, lost sight of him, back cut, earned himself a trip to the line. One of those situations where you're guarding Anthony Brown in the corner on the weak side. You got to come over and help on a roller and on a penetrating pitch. You also can't lose sight of him because he can stand there and knock down the 3. But if you turn your head, he's a great cutter and goes 1 for 2 at the line. But Pioneers earned a second chance, and he knocks down a tough floater off the glass. So it ends up being a 3-point play for Brown. 1 free throw and a tough floater off the glass. But Tamarcus Butler with the answer. 3 ball on the left wing. He's hit 5 of them now. He's got 18. Cuts the lead to 9. And they're going to get Drew Smith with an offensive foul there. Some contact in transition. Drew got all the way to the bucket. Bumped Sprinkle, who was guarding him there. Maybe lowered his shoulder just a bit. Only the first foul on Smith. But turnovers a story for both clubs there in the first half. Anthony Brown now able to guard Butler one-on-one. He was not matched up with Tamarcus a lot in the first half, and that was advantage Vikings. This time he gets a shot blocked at the rim by Brady. Missouri Valley keeps possession. Late shot clock. They're going to set a screen for Lance. Jace probes and loses the handle. Stolen away. Jake Alexander comes up with it. Pioneers want to run. Now Drew Smith has it. Gets it to Trey Brown. Moses parts the Red Sea, and there's nobody right down the middle, and Trey Brown just walks to the rim and lays it in. 11-point lead for the Pioneers. There's those transition buckets in the first 7 seconds of the shot clock that the Pioneers need so badly, as Jace Lance responds with a 2 on the other end. Gets all the way to the rim on the left side, banks it in. And Cam Brady trying to probe, left side. Almost lost the handle, gets to Smith. There's a cutting Anthony Brown again. Drive, kick, extra pass, 3-ball. Alexander, no good. And they're going to get Anthony Brown. He was tied up with Jace Lance going for the rebound there. Both guys just battling for position. Anthony's second personal. That might be the first time tonight the Pioneers have gotten to that penetration, 2 feet in the lane, kick out, extra pass 3, and not knocked it down. That extra pass 3 is such a high percentage play. Good offense. Butler probes off the screen, gets to the elbow, kicks it out to Sprinkle. Good defense from Drew Smith. Didn't allow the 3-ball. And Butler uses a screen. Man, a lot of contact there on the screen. And Cam Brady sends another one out of bounds. That's 2 block shots for Brady in the last 2 possessions on Butler, who's done such a good job getting all the way to the rim. But Cam Brady sends that one up against the wall. Might be a dent in the wall back there. And that's going to be a 30-second timeout, Missouri Valley. Pioneers lead by 9. We'll be back in 30 seconds on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. Jace Lance to inbound. Going to try to get it into Butler. They do. Short corner. He takes that pull-up jumper. No good. Allen over the back, no call. Rebound bounces out to the Pioneers. Drew Smith finds Cam Brady. He's going to dunk it home. Great play by Drew Smith. Little drop-off pass. Lets Cam Brady use the athleticism. Throws it down with 2 hands. Pioneers back to that double-digit lead, up 11. And we're going to get a foul on the floor before the shot, I think. Nope. Shooting foul. Jace Lance going to go to the line for 2.
Number 3, Trey Brown.
Going to call it on Trey Brown, his second.
Third team foul.
Already 3 team fouls here early on for the Pioneers in the second half. And Jace Lance knocks down the free throw. You hear Pioneer superfan Ryan Robinson over there in the corner whooping it up as he always does on opponent foul shots. Caused a lot of missed free throws in the Cook Center. And I've heard actually from multiple coaches in the heart of America that Ryan Robinson's on the scouting report. Teams will whoop at practice when they shoot free throws before they come play here just because they know they're going to have to deal with Ryan, which is pretty cool. Pioneers going to get to their zipper action. Anthony Brown going to come top of the key and then come off a high ball screen from Brady. Here it is. And they're going to get to Marcus Butler with touch foul, put 2 hands on the ball handler, and that's Butler's 3rd personal. So he's got to be a little bit careful now. Obviously so important to this Viking offense with 18 of their 44. And they have struggled to score outside of Butler, who's been dynamic on offense tonight. And he's going to take a seat with that 3rd foul. TJ Wallace checks in for him. They're going to run the same action. Zipper, high ball screen, and Vikings ice it. Get it to Trey Brown. Skip pass. Brady thought about a 3, turned it down, and then after the jab step decided to go ahead and take the 3. Couldn't get it to drop. And TJ Wallace finds Deuceon Allen under the goal. He misses the dunk, and then they're going to get a personal foul on Brady, I believe. Yeah, Deuceon Allen traveled, but it was because he was fouled by Brady.
That's his 3rd.
The sequence there, that's a 3rd foul on Cam Brady. So 2 key pieces, one for the Vikings and Tamarcus Butler, and one for the Pioneers, and Cam Brady picking up a 3rd foul here early in the second half. Pioneers can go to Pedro Lops, little depth at the front line, but opting to leave Brady in here with 15:42 to go. Vikings like to press after made free throws, and they are in a press, denying the inbound. Anthony Brown has to come in from half court to relieve that pressure. Anthony crosses midcourt, 20 on the shot clock. That's exactly what that press is designed to do. Make you take a whole lot of time to cross half court, and TJ Butler knocks it out of Anthony Brown's hands, last touch on the Vikings. So sideline out of bounds, Pioneer basketball, 16 on the shot clock. 53-46 your score, 15.5 to go. Quick inbound to Brady. Cam goes baseline, jump stop, finds a cutting Jake Alexander, but stolen away by TJ Wallace. Wallace coast to coast himself, scoop layup, reverse, and 1.
Good. TJ Wallace.
And they're going to get Anthony Brown for the foul. That's Anthony's 3rd, I believe. It is. So all of a sudden, a little bit of foul trouble.
5th team foul.
And a 5-point game, a chance to cut it to 4 as Wallace goes to the line for the and 1. TJ Wallace, Valley's 2nd leading scorer on the year coming in, held scoreless in the first half. Gets himself going here. And this full court pressure caused a little bit of problems for the Pioneers. Anthony Brown having to take over some ball handling duties against the press. Now they get it to Trey Brown, the traditional point guard. Ball screen, slip, kick, extra pass. Drew Smith open in the corner. His 3 no good. And Wallace tracks down the rebound. Wallace probing. Kicks it out to Jace Lance, who's going to use the ball screen from Simmons. Lance, pull-up jumper, short corner, no good. Rebound, Anthony Brown, and Pioneers opting not to run this time, slow things down a bit. And you're going to run a set. Comes that floppy action, looking for Anthony Brown in the post. If they can't get it to him, it'll be screen the screener on the wing. Here it is, screen for Alexander. Staggered double coming. Smith comes off a screen from Lops. Probes, pull-up jumper. Got it.
Drew Smith.
Big shot from Drew Smith to stop the bleeding. Valley was on quite the run. And Drew Smith knocks down a pull-up jumper, his 13th point of the ball game. 55-49 lead Pioneers, just under 14:30 to go. We'll be right back. 30-second timeout, MNUsports.com. Glad to have you with us while the students are still on break. Not quite the in-person crowd. I know some people are watching on this YouTube stream. Use that who you're rooting for. Help out the solo broadcaster. A little interactive broadcast here. As TJ Wallace gets all the way to the rim again. That's twice now. He's used that right hand. Scooped the layup on the left side, and he's got 5 after the and one and cuts the Pioneers' lead to 4. Anthony Brown still handling the ball full court. Gets it to Alexander. They're looking for Pedro Lops in the post. Couldn't get it to him. Now Pedro negotiates a dribble handoff with Trey Brown. Trey, drive. Finds Darnell Miller, and Miller all the way to the rim. And great play by the Pioneers to get a clean look at the basket, but Darnell couldn't get it to fall. Was going for the dunk attempt, and then last second decided just to lay it up over the front rim, and it just somehow bounced out. And 4-point ball game. Sprinkle, floater, got it. Tough shot from Hayden Sprinkle. He's a 3-point shooter, but has shown the ability to shot fake, put it on the floor, and that's his first bucket of the ball game, but difficult shot there. As Lops finally gets to Anthony Brown. That ball got deflected a couple of times, but found a cutting Anthony Brown for a much-needed bucket for the Pioneers, 57-53. Jay Slants turns it over. Anthony Brown with the steal. Pioneers off and running. 3-on-2. Brown to Miller. Darnell to Jake Alexander for the easy 2. Good extra pass from Miller. Alexander filling the lane. That's that second wave of the transition offense. Pioneers had numbers, but it was the second wave of guys coming down that ended up with the easy bucket. Sprinkle, 3-ball, got it. Deep on the right wing. Hayden Sprinkle all of a sudden has 5 points in the last 35 seconds. And it's a one-possession game. Dusan Allen steals it away. 2-on-1 break for Valley. And Allen takes it himself. I can't believe that call. That's bad. Dusan Allen on a 2-on-1 break. Doesn't give it up. Takes it all the way to the rim by himself. Gets his shot blocked by Anthony Brown, who's standing straight up and down with his hands in the air. And the official knows he blew that one. He's embarrassed. But that's a bad one because it's Anthony Brown's 4th personal, so the Pioneers are going to lose their best player to the bench for a few minutes. And it's going to send Allen to the line for 2 to make this a 1-point ball game potentially. That's a big call. Look, I may be wrong, but I doubt it. That was a bad call.
Check it in for Pioneers. And 15, Brooks Langer.
That'll bring Brooks Langer back into the game for the Pioneers. What?
Substitution for the Vikings.
And Dusan Allen able to go 1 for 2 with the line, so we got a 2-point ball game. 59-57, 12 and a half to play. Shout out to McKenna Langer in the chat. Supporting her little brother Brooks all the way from Boston, I'm sure. Excuse me, McKenna Bush, formerly McKenna Langer. Shout out to Ryan. Paul Davis, some Cam Brady fans all the way from Salt Lake City in here as well. Good pass from Alexander. Pedro Lops sealed off his man, head on the rim, shot fake, put it in for the easy 2. Much needed bucket there for the Pioneers' 4-point game. Simmons, shot blocked by Pedro Lops, and that's going to be another whistle that all the white jerseys disagree with. Referees didn't ask their opinion. They didn't ask mine either, but I disagree as well.
Seventh team foul.
Dwayne Simmons will head to the line for 2, and that's Pedro's 3rd. Okay, I thought it might have been his 4th as well. Simmons leaves it short and is visibly frustrated with himself. Yelling at himself on the missed free throw there. We'll credit Ryan Robinson, as I always do. Super fan in the corner. He's caused a lot of missed free throws in this gym. And Simmons missed them both. Rebound Alexander, so Pioneers a little lucky there. Come away with a 0-point defensive possession. Get in their box set. Here's that floppy action. We're going to see screen the screener. Langer sets it for Alexander. Jake holds his cut. Trey Brown, baseline drive, and 1. He got it. Hoop in the harm. He's going to go to the line for 1 more. That's a huge play for the Pioneers. That's going to give Jace Lance his 3rd. Only the 3rd team foul on the Vikings, but that's that set the Pioneers go to, the box set, screen the screener, but they held the shuffle cut this time and cleared out that left side. Trey Brown able to rip and go on that isolated side, gets himself an and 1, and pushes this lead back to 7 for the Pioneers. Carson Cavalier, freshman in the game, handling the ball for the Vikings now. Comes off the high ball screen. And Tamarcus Butler has it now back in the game. Dangerous scoring guard from transfer from Langston. His pull-up jumper is good. He's got 20. Trey Brown finds Jake Alexander. Alexander all the way to the rim. He's inside the – yep. That's my fault. I get angry with referees before they even make the wrong call. They didn't. They made the right call. The Vikings all night long, Coach Chad Lance, such a good defensive coach, has these guys coming over and help side rotations and willing to give up their body and take charges, and they've done it over and over. That time the defensive player came over in rotation, was still inside the restricted area. That's why I knew it was a block. Whether or not he was set, he was in the restricted area. So right call by the officials, and Alexander's going to go to the line for 2. Oh, and that's a huge foul, actually, because that's Tamarcus Butler's 4th foul. So the high-scoring guard for Valley, who's got 20 of their 59, is going to have to take a seat, just like Anthony Brown. So both teams missing their best player on the wings due to foul trouble. Alexander too strong on the first free throw attempt, knocks down the second. And Cavalier brings it across midcourt, gets to Hernandez, again the freshman. Freshman to freshman there. So Missouri Valley with 3 freshmen playing a lot of minutes. That bodes well for their future. Good pass. Cavalier threw a spinning bounce pass to a rolling Dwayne Simmons who couldn't handle it. That's tough for a big man to go down and get those bounce passes below the knees, but it was the right idea. Just couldn't connect. Pioneers fortunate takeover on the turnover. Turnover's been the Achilles heel for the Vikings as they've shot a blistering high percentage from the field, but have just turned it over a little too much. And Darnell Miller with the circus shot, blows by the defender up and under, finishes with his left hand. Pretty move from Miller, pushes this lead to 8. And Langer fights through a screen, finds Hayden Sprinkle on the wing, contests the 3 from the sharpshooting junior. Sprinkle shot no good, rebound Trey Brown. And they're going to get Cavalier for a reach-in, trying to pick up full court. Went for the steal on the offensive rebound, didn't get it. So Pioneers have 7 team fouls, so Missouri Valley shooting free throws the rest of the way on a whistle. Valley only up to 5 now, so we've got 1 more before 1-and-1 start. Brooks Langer has it right wing. Gets it back to Trey Brown. Here comes that high ball screen from Brady. Brady's going to pop this time, open for 3. Shot fake, gets all the way to him. He's going to throw that one down. Cam Brady with the big-time finish. Pick and pop, shot fake, 1 dribble, gets to the rim and throws it down. What a finish there from Brady. And on the other end, Vikings off and running are going to go to the line because they're in the bonus. Alexander's going to get called for the foul, just his first. I mean, you hate that after such a big momentum-shifting play like a highlight dunk. give the Vikings a chance to score with the clock stopped as Rooney Hernandez goes to the line and calmly knocks down the first. And we'll have our media timeout at the next dead ball under 10-minute mark. Vikings still in that full court press, allowing Alexander to bring it up against the freshman Hernandez, who knocked down both those free throws. And Jake, blow by, right side, layup, foul. I like that matchup. The Vikings want to pressure the basketball and pick up full court, but they've got a big kid who's a freshman matched up with Alexander, a pretty athletic and quick wing, and they just cleared it out and said, Jake, go by him, and he did. Got all the way to the rim, and he's going to go to the line for two when we come back from this media timeout. So under 10 timeout, Pioneers lead 69-61. We'll be back in 1 minute, MNUsports.com. So Jake Alexander going to the line for two as we return to action with under 10 to play. 8-point ball game, chance to stretch this out to a double-digit lead as I put the old commentator jinx on Alexander there. He misses the first. Maybe it's the orange shoes, Jake. Maybe if you had blue and red shoes on, you'd go 2 for 2 at the line instead of 1 for 2. But he knocks down the second, 70-61 ball game. Valley getting into their dribble weave set. Lance, rip and go baseline, pull-up jumper. Jace couldn't get it to fall. Rebound Brady. They cleared out that side, gave him the left side. He likes that pull-up. He's got a floater, good in-between game, but just couldn't get it to drop. And here comes the high-low set for Brady. They get it to him in the post. Reverse layup and one. Good execution out of the timeout. Pioneers, they like to run that little rip action where they set a back screen for Cam, and they got it to him off the rip screen this time, and he scored on the and one. If he didn't get it there, they'd go to Miller at the high post and look for that little high-low duck-in, but able to get it to him off the back screen, and Cam Brady going to the line for the hoop and the harm. Couldn't get the bonus free throw to go, so Pioneers have a 11-point lead here against a very pesky and talented Vikings team. Game is absolutely within reach for them still, especially when high-scoring TaMarcus Butler comes back from foul trouble on the bench. Good defense at the rim there by Drew Smith and Cam Brady. Forced the miss. Trey Brown drives baseline. Shot fake. Gets his defender off the floor. Thought better of it. Going to run some more offense. Darnell Miller, 3-ball, left wing. No good. Rebound Cavalier. He's going to bring it himself. Rooney Hernandez, 3 on the way. No good. Pioneers have numbers now. Darnell Miller, push, extra pass. Langer, corner 3. Brooks Langer knocks it down. 3-ball, corner pocket, pushes that lead to 14. 75-61, timeout Missouri Valley. Viking basketball coming out of the break. TJ Wallace drive, stop and pop, elbow jumper, no good. Good defense from Drew Smith again. Pioneers off and running. They get it to Langer. Shot fake. He drives. Dangerous pass recovered by Cam Brady. Pioneers are going to settle down, run some offense. Time and score. Up 14, 8 minutes to go. We can't turn it over here. Every possession so crucial in Heart of America Conference action. And Trey Brown, extra pass. Brooks Langer, left corner this time. No good. And they're gonna get Anthony Brown for his 5th personal foul, and he's fouled out of this ball game on a loose ball foul going for an offensive rebound. God, that's a big play. I didn't see it enough to give my commentary, honestly. I was watching the basketball, and I know Anthony got tied up with a couple of Vikings there. It's going to send Jay Slants to the free throw line. But that is such a big play. I mean, down the stretch of this ball game, Anthony Brown, the best on-ball defender for the Pioneers, as well as a big-time scoring option when things break down late in games, late in shot clocks, and he'll be on the bench for the next 8 minutes. Fortunately, Jay Slants unable to convert on the free throw attempt there. But I would give up the 2 points to keep Anthony in this ball game. But Jake Alexander in for him. Pioneers will run some offense. A little bit of a small ball lineup. Brady at the 5, Alexander at the 4, and then Langer, Smith, and Trey Brown. Cam drives, turnaround jumper. No good. Offensive rebound batted around by Alexander, but come away by TJ Wallace. And Wallace all the way to the other end. He went coast to coast. Couldn't get the layup to drop. And Pioneers ought to think about taking some time off the shot clock here. And right as I say that, a turnover is going to lead to an open 3 for Lance. No good. Fortunate. TaMarcus Butler comes away with an offensive rebound. He couldn't find an open teammate. Smith has it. Numbers, Pioneers, 3-on-1. Langer drops it off to Brady. Two-hand slam. And that's going to be a 16-point lead, 7 minutes to go. Pioneers fortunate there. After a turnover and an open 3 didn't drop, got an easy dunk in transition, and they're about to get another one. Cam Brady, watch out. Oh, he's tired. He's tired. He got the dunk to go. We call that the Candace Parker dunk right there, where you just roll it over the front of the rim. Cam saving his legs a little bit, but stretches the lead to 18. As we've seen him do some crazy dunks in practice. He's huffing and puffing right now. It doesn't matter. He's got 22 points, and I guarantee you more than 10 rebounds for another double-double, which he does so well, to go along with a few block shots. Who needs the highlight tape? He wants the W. And Pioneers well on their way if they can hang on. 6.5 to go, 79-61 lead. We'll be back in 1 minute, MNUsports.com. The Pioneers have the basketball coming out of the break. I'm not sure that the officials alerted Missouri Valley that the ball was in play. Pioneers snuck it in quickly, but Valley comes out in his zone. Little adjustment here from Coach Lance. They find Pedro Lopes high post. Pedro's so good operating against the zone. Finds a wide open Trey Brown on the wing. Trey's shot no good. Offensive rebound, Alexander, and he got it to go as he climbs the ladder and pushes this lead to 20. 6 minutes to go. Big play by Alexander against the adjustment of Missouri Valley going zone. Finds an open hole. One of the problems with the zone, so tough to box out offensive rebounders, and Alexander took advantage. Here comes Jay Slants. Drop-off pass is stolen away by Alexander. There's another winning play. Pioneers got numbers. Drew Smith, layup, blocked, rebound, Lops. Stolen away by TJ Wallace, and he's got numbers. Wallace, coast to coast, Euro step. Going to go to the line for 2. I've been on the Pioneers to consider taking some time off the shot clock here, but I liked that one. They had a 4-on-1 break, had numbers, had an opportunity to get an easy basket, and TJ Wallace just made a great play. Recovered and got a block shot, and he's going to go to the line for 2. He earned that one, but that was the right decision to push the tempo there. Man, Missouri Valley's struggles continue at the free throw line. They were absolutely red hot from the floor and from the three-point line in the first half. I mean, over 50% from the floor and 70% from the 3 line. But ice cold at the foul line and too many turnovers have kind of been their Achilles here. Although Wallace able to knock down the second one, he's up to 6. Missouri Valley still in that extended 1-2-2 zone. Kind of drops into a 3-2. They'll trap the corners occasionally, do some different things out of it, and they do get a turnover here. Cavalier gets it, and he's going to be fouled by Langer. And double bonus the rest of the way for the Vikings, and so Cavalier going to the line for 2. He can really shoot it. Not the guy you want to see at the free throw line. Going to be listed as a shooter on the scouting report for sure. Over 40% from 3, Cavalier. Gets the first to drop. And Cam Brady going to check in for the Pioneers. Pioneers have not played a lot of 2 big lineups here this season, partially due to availability, with Caleb Jones-McCrary being out and Pedro having an injury. Now Pedro's back, and they've got 2 big lineup here with Brady and Lops, their traditional 4 and 5 man against the zone. I love it because Brady's so good from the high post area and Lops such a good interior passer. They can work in that high post short corner area, and that's what they're doing. Alexander does get it to Brady high post. Cam, 1 dribble. Thought about the turnaround jumper, kicks it out. Good decision. Under 5 minutes to play, 81-64, 10 on the shot clock. Alexander back to Trey Brown. Downtown Trey Brown. A little too strong. Offensive rebound, Brady. He finds Lops. Pedro gets it to the rim. He's going to draw contact and 1. Dave Arnold, veteran official, disagrees with me. He and I have had our disagreements in the past, always friendly in the spirit of competition. No big deal, as Lops will go to the line for a 1-and-1 anyway, as we're in the bonus. I just wanted the and 1. But Pedro, calmly, like the 7th-year senior that he is, the veteran presence, walks to the line, knocks down the foul shot, as he should. And Pedro 2 for 2. Stretches that lead back to 19. 4:45 to go. Cavalier brings it across half court. Gets it to Dusan Allen. Surely they'll try to get to Marcus Butler a touch here. Nope, they go back to Cavalier. 3 ball, no good. Rebound, Drew Smith. And now the Pioneers will take their sweet time running some offense here. Take 30 seconds off the clock. If you don't have a layup, take 30 seconds off the clock and the ball game's over. And I'm sure that's what they're being instructed to do now. Brady and Lops work that high post short corner. Cam has it. High post, 1 dribble. He had a layup there, but it was poked away from behind by Allen. Good hands by Dusan Allen. Missouri Valley will hop back into the 2-3 zone that they like to go to on the baseline out-of-bounds play. They leave open Drew Smith. Corner 3, left it short. He started 3 for 3 from downtown. So you'll take an open look from him. Good shooter. Here's Wallace. Penetrating pitch. He finds to Marcus Butler. Left corner. His 3 no good. Rebound Brady. Surely another double-double for Cam Brady. I don't have his rebound totals in front of me. I know he's got 22 points. I think he leads the Heart of America in double-doubles. Just a rebounding machine. 6'7", good instincts and jumps well. Doesn't get tired. I mean, high motor guy. He'll play hard all 40 minutes if you ask him to. Turnover there. Behind the back pass from Cavalier. He threw that off his own back foot. Fortunately, it found the outstretched arms of TJ Wallace, who cleans up his mess for the layup. 83-66. Smith brings it across. Finds Trey Brown. Trey drives baseline. cutting Jake Alexander as they collided, Alexander and Brown. I would have begged for a foul, but it was a collision with his own teammate. 3 minutes to go. Cavaliers 3, no good. Rebound Lops. Let's slow things down, boys. And we do. Going to cross half court and call timeout. Exactly 3 minutes on the clock. 83-66. Timeout Pioneers. 30 seconds. MNUsports.com. Brady to inbound. Down the stretch. Got to get it in. 5-second call close. Gets it into Trey Brown. See what the Pioneers have drawn up. Big possession here. Can just about put it on ice if they get a bucket here. Brady has it top of the key now. Going to go dribble handoff with Alexander. Nope. Now he's going to get it to Darnell Miller. Miller, right corner. Probing. Gets to Lops. Pedro drives in. Shot fake. Blocked away by that 7-footer. Jonathan Hall got a piece of that one. And here comes to Marcus Butler. Butler pull up 3. Left wing. No good. And that's going to send Cam Brady to the line for 2 as he was fouled by Doosan Allen going for that offensive rebound. Excuse me, he's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. That is the 9th team foul on Missouri Valley, not the 10th.
Cameron Brady at the line shooting 1-and-1.
So Brady at the line for 1-and-1. First one good. Second one on the way, nothing but net. 19-point lead, 2.5 to play. Cam Brady up to 24 points in the ballgame. Valley running that dribble weave action, going to get it back to Butler. Nope, Wallace drives left. Good defense from Lops. Drove into no man's land. TJ Wallace left his feet, had nowhere to go. Lops with the last touch, though, deflects it. I don't know if it was a pass attempt or a shot attempt, but it was last touched by Pedro Lops, and so Vikings retain possession. Jay Slants checks back in. No threes, no fouls. If you're the team in white playing defense here, that's going to be their mantra. No threes, no fouls now. Keep that clock running. Don't give up 3 for 2. And Wallace loses the handle. Jake Alexander comes away with the steal, and Miller's going to take his time crossing half court. Wallace picks him up full. Darnell handles it. Gets all the way to the lane. Looked for a cutting Cam Brady. It's stolen away. Here comes Butler. Butler to Allen. Doosan Allen. Euro step. Layup. No good, but going to go to the line for 2 as he was bumped by Pedro Lops. And that's going to be Pedro's 4th personal.
That's his 4th. Doosan Allen at the line shooting 2.
And Doosan Allen, I believe he's a 5th-year senior. I know he's been at Valley a couple of years. I thought he was a senior a year ago, but again, with that COVID year, everybody has an extra year of eligibility should they choose to exercise it. Trey Brown did for the Pioneers. So did Pedro Lops. I believe Doosan Allen did the same thing. Experienced player, and he's in double figures now, knocking down those free throws up to 10 points. And Brooks Langer catches the inbound. He's checked back in for Lops here. So Pioneers going small. Good free throw shooters A lot of guards. And Cam Brady's baseline drive ends in a reverse layup. 26 in the ball game for Cam. 19-point lead still. Minute 30 to go. Vikings running some offense. They get it to Tamarcus Butler. Butler drives middle. Drop pass. Got it to Wallace. Wallace lays it in over the front of the rim. Technical fouls called on Missouri Valley head coach, I believe. They pointed out the bench. Yeah, they have not designated a player, so it's either a bench technical.
Missouri Valley bench.
Yeah, they called on Missouri Valley bench. So Cam Brady goes to the line to shoot the text, knocks down the first. So I want to make sure I correct myself there. I do not believe it was called on head coach Chad Lance. It was called on the bench, so maybe a player or someone further down the line said something that the officials took notice of, didn't like, and called a technical. So 89-70, 124 to go. Pioneers to inbound. And Trey Brown brings it across the timeline, pressured by Jace Lance. Pioneers get into their floppy action. Tried to anyway. Eventually got it to Langer on the wing. Brooks back to Trey Brown. Now Cam Brady going to isolate against the 7-footer Hall. Shoots that pull-up jumper over the outstretched arms of the 7-footer. Couldn't get it to go. Good defense from Hall. He got some long arms. Has done a nice job contesting shots. Has a couple blocks, I believe. If at least one, if not multiple. Lance is going to try his look at a three, left wing. Left it short, rebound Hall, and he gets the putback to go. So he's got 5. Remember, he knocked down a 3 ball at the top of the key in the first half with confidence. I'm not sure he's listed as a pick-and-pop shooter, but it looked good, and he knocked it down. So his 4th and 5th points of the game there on the putback. Brown hits Jake Alexander on the shake. They go inside to Brady. Pass is stolen away by Wallace. Wallace throws it ahead to Lance. Jace Lance is going to lay that in uncontested. Shot clock is off now, just 23 seconds to play. Stop turning it over, boys. Just let the clock run out, and they will. So that's going to do it. Your final score, Mid-American Nazarene Pioneers 89, Missouri Valley College 74. And that's going to be head coach Rocky Lamar's 796th career win as the countdown to 800 continues in his final season as the Hall of Fame head coach with 7 national Final Fours on his resume is going to reach that 800 win mark here in just a couple of weeks. That one was 796. What a game from Cam Brady. Bolsters the Pioneers to that 89-74 win. And thanks for being with us, and good night, everybody, on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube.